Now, far too often, car and motor shows are geared, yes, pun intended, at men. But a brand new SABC3 show called Driving in Heels is set to change all that, break down those stereotypes. And here from the show is our host, Vuyo Mpofu, and producer and old mate, Aaron Molayisi. Good morning, guys. Welcome to it, Aaron. Great to see you again, my friend.
Great to see you too. It's been ages.
Do you not age, dude? What's going on here?
Look, I decided one day I'm not going to age. I'm going to resign from aging. And I signed my form, and it was accepted by the powers of be.
I love it, dude. Vuyo, you are looking gorgeous this morning,
so
first of all.
much,
Thank you so much for joining us. Before I get into how you're going to be tackling your new job behind the wheel, I have to ask, why this show? Aaron, I've seen you on so many cool platforms throughout your career. You've had some incredibly powerful platforms. You've had some brilliant presenting roles yourself. Why produce this show now?
You know what? Once I decided that we're going behind the scenes to create the magic, to tell our South African stories, and I met the wonderful Vuyo Mpofu last year, and as soon as you told me about the concept, I was thinking, you know what? This is going to be a first, not only in South Africa, but in the world. Because when you're talking a motoring show, you're talking your typical motoring show where they're telling you about from 0 to 100.
It's
and they're
the
talking
bros,
in German.
yo, it's the bros.
This show is specifically for South Africans. It's chronicles of a South African driver. So I was super excited. And once we went into the SABC, it took less than 6 months for them to come back and say, look, guys, are you ready to go on air? I thought, "Okay, bring it on."
Rise to that occasion, but of course you've got to put it all together and get behind the wheel, and you're telling important stories, yes, but there is a lot of pressure to do it right. Did you feel that, Vuyo? Do you feel that there's going to be guys glaring down on you, watching your every move?
Well, I think there'll always be that kind of dynamic, but I've been in the industry, in the motoring industry, for a good 8 years now. I think I've earned my stripes, you know. I've really cut my little slice of, you know, the market within knowing, talking about cars from a woman's perspective. I think the guys are becoming more familiar with that terminology and my tone.
I think she's being very humble here. I think you've made an incredible name for yourself.
Thank you.
Is it about time that women got more education in this area? Do you feel like you're going to be breaking down stereotypes when you do this job?
I think so. I think women do need, you know, that platform. Women motorists, women car owners do basically need to know a little bit more about their cars. And I think it's much easier when you're being told by another woman who knows what it feels like to drive with kids, you know, and have makeup on and be late and all that kind of stuff. So coming from a guy sounds a little bit different. I didn't say condescending.
I was going to say condescending, Hannah. I was going to say
different.
condescending. So you're in the clear there as well. And I'll put this to both of you because it's already appealing to me. You've got a gorgeous host who really knows her stuff. Is it appealing to men as well? Do you think it's going to hit that market?
You know the interesting twist to it, besides men wanting to see who's this woman who thinks that she can tell us about cars. And obviously she's hot, tick, that's done. This is a show that is not just presented by a woman. We could not have had a better host of the show. She's executive producer on the show itself. She's bringing years of experience. When we're shooting, I remember we were doing one of our car profiles. I was thinking, Vuyo, I'm going to rely on you here to tell me what to do because I don't know much about cars. I can drive cars. She's the chick who walks up, put on her gloves up to here, gets under your car, gets out, and then you're ready to drive. I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be very interesting. So there's a lot of information, there's a lot of stereotypes that are going to be broken.
I love that.
There's a lot of twists on the show. And like I said, it's uniquely South African experiences.
Ask him what he recently learned about suspensions.
What did you learn about suspension recently?
5-coil suspension that makes passengers in your car happy when you drive.
Well, seeing as you got that right, and I could see by your reaction that you got it right, we're going to put you to the test, my friend. You can't arrive on our Expresso studio floor and not prove your worth. So Vuyo's proven her worth behind the wheel and under the bonnet. We're going to get you to prove your worth in a pair of heels and let you challenge the most competitive guy on our set, Kat, who's busy warming up his calves as we speak.
I'll tell you what. I've been putting on her heels now. Let me put them on.
Okay, as he warms up those
on
heels
her, right?
and his calves, we're going to let on you, buddy, on you, my friend. You can stand by for that challenge a little bit later this morning. But of course, we've got Driving in Heels coming to you tonight on SABC3 at 9 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Get comfy, get comfy.
Wrong size.
I was about to ask, where did you find a pair of shoes that fit?